Take it away, Coach.
Appreciate it. Good morning, everybody. Back on the road again this week, so heading up to Boston. Always a tough place to play and always a tough team to play. And no different in this scenario. Watching the team, the record is 1-4, and this is far from a 1-4 football team. They are, you say it, but it's. I mean, they're 4 plays away from being 4-1, without a doubt. So they're very well coached, and I know they are battling through some disappointment because they've had some heartbreakers. Michigan State game in overtime, Stanford game, they got a big lead and got away from them on a couple plays, and then ended up losing that one. Then they got the Cal game won, and comes down to the last play, lose that one. So they've had some real heartbreakers, as so have we, and but they have competed their butts off. And then this past week, kind of got away. They had a bunch of guys out. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw their injury report about it, but they had a ton of guys out, especially on defense. They had at least 10 guys out on defense, and just got in a hole early and against Pitt. But I mean, it's a good team. I mean, literally a few plays from 4-1. And very impressed when you watch the tape. It's probably the best OL we've played as far as how they play together as a group. This is a really good offensive line, big, strong, well coached. Back's a really good player. He's downhill. He's actually from Rock Hill. He'd be excited to play the Tigers. They use him a lot in the passing game. I think they've got really good receivers. 4, I think, an NFL guy. This guy's 6'5", 217 pounds. He's a big body kid. 11's going to be the all-time leading receiver in Boston. He's a really good player. 17 is a guy that they get the ball a ton. They got a couple other speed guys. I think one's been out for him. He's a good player. I don't know if he'll be back or not. Multiple formations. They do a good job as far as creating, formational challenge as far as how you line up and defending extra gaps, a ton of play action, a lot of max protection to get the shots downfield. And that's probably the biggest thing, looking at them. I mean, they're 11th in the nation in passing, so they're throwing the ball all over the park, but it comes through the run game. There's a ton of play. It's not like they're just dropping back and letting it rip. There's a ton of play action and really good scheme. The quarterback, I think, is a very good player. He's a kid we recruited. He's from down in Snellville, Georgia. He signed with Alabama, but he's a very good player. Again, 11th in the country in passing. They schematically really stress you, with how they go about. Creating their shots through the run, the play action, a bunch of screens, and manipulation plays with throwbacks and things like that built into it. Backs free releasing a lot. I think he's maybe 3rd or so in receiving on the team, so you got to account for him. So I was very impressed. Watching the tape, you don't know anything about a record. You just watch the tape, and you're like, man, these guys they play tough. They're well coached. Quarterback, I think, he's an elite thrower. He's very accurate. They got skill outside, and they got a tough runner in the backfield. So I think it's a big challenge for us. And then on the other side, same thing. Big, strong, physical guys up front. Typical big physical linebackers that you always think about at BC, and just a bunch of tight coverage. You got to make plays against these guys. I think they're well coached. They do a good job with their press technique. They do a good job getting hands on guys. You can tell they know and believe in their scheme. Got a couple big hitters. You better know where Zero is. He's a guy that shows up on tape every single week, plays really hard for them. So physical group, tough group, a lot of pressure, a ton of pressure with this team, a lot of movement. And it's a tough matchup for us, and excited about the challenge. But, again, night game, Chestnut Hill. It'd be a great environment and a great college football game. Look forward to it. Good team. Any questions?
Is Elijah Thurman, is he getting closer? Getting back?
Yeah, he's just kind of day to day right now. He'll be out this week, but he's, not long term.
It's just one game, but what did you see from guys in the locker room after just finally getting a win on the board, playing well, like you said, and is that kind of carried over? You felt like people are looser, lighter, that type of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great locker room. I mean, we have had some heartbreaks and just honestly, we hadn't played well. I mean, that's just another way to say it. And so I think, again, we won the Troy game, but we didn't play well. And so it was good. It was good for them to win the game for sure, but to play well and to really see and feel what that looks like when they really put it all together as a group, complementary-wise. So no question. I mean, they played with great execution on both sides of the ball, and it was fun to watch the tape, and you just see it, and it's fundamentals, it's precision in what you're doing, it's making the critical play, it's making the routine play, so yeah, that part was really good, and so now we got to create consistency in performance, so that comes through practice and it's confidence. Hopefully they're coming out of it with some confidence. They can be reminded of, no, this is who you are. I mean, again, when you have a tough start like we have at a place like Clemson, I mean, there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of criticism and things like that. And these are young people, and can affect you, can affect your confidence. So for them to be able to have a game like that and hopefully be reminded, like, this is who you are, and now you guys got to build on it. Again, just the same things that won that game are the same things that can win the next game. And it's just doing the little things well. I think we've had really good preparation all year, honestly. But taking it to game day, so another opportunity this week, and just thought the mindset and kind of with a reset with those guys was good. So, but it doesn't get any easier. I mean, everybody we play, we know we're going to get everybody's best, and this is a good football team. This is a good football team, for sure. They're well coached and tough physical group that you got to go beat. They're not gonna give you anything.
You mentioned reminding players who they are. Just curious, what's that look like? Is that showing them film or like words of encouragement? How do you get them going to remember how talented they could play to the level of their talent? Yeah,
all the above. I mean, it's certainly your meetings and your encouragement and watching a ton of film, and then it's just going and doing it and getting the results. I think that's a big part of it. Coming off a game like that, because again, sometimes you got some guys that are really playing well, but they're not getting the results. So you kind of want those guys to continue doing what they're doing, and then other guys that haven't played as well, like, how do we get them going, and how do we encourage them? How do we, whether it's watching more, some tape differently or whatever it is, but the guys responded well, and again, just the energy. The complimentary aspect of it, and something they can gain some confidence from. But it's just one game, and got to try to build one week at a time, one day at a time. Big day today.
Did you get to see Batman?
Did I see Batman? No, I didn't see Batman. I told Cade, I was like, sometimes again, I think these guys, when you get in a situation, you forget who you are, because everybody's telling you what you're not, and sometimes you can lose your confidence a little bit or whatever, or try to do too much. And, that was kind of what I told him. I'm like, listen, man, I mean, like, you're Batman. Like, but my message was more, you're Cade Klubnik. Like, just be Cade. And so, I mean, he was awesome. That was obviously a tremendous performance by him. And so hopefully that can, get him back on track and just playing with the type of confidence that we need him to play with, because he's a really good player, and just good to see him, playing free.
Because what do you mean by you're a bad man? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I'm just like, you can do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to, like, you can do something. I mean, you don't have to, you're Superman. You ain't got to stay down in this hole. You can just fly right out of it, right? Like, remember who you are. And that's just kind of was really just a message for the team. It was a message for certainly for Cade, and going into that game, like as we reset, like you guys have forgotten who you are. And we're playing, not anywhere near to our capabilities. A few guys in particular, and it just certainly weren't complement each other, but we can do something about it. There's a lot of teams out there that they lose games and they're just not very good. Can't do anything about it. We can, but we gotta be who we are, and we gotta, play to our capabilities. And it's just good to see them, have a game like that.
Hypothetically speaking, what kind of words of encouragement would you have for Bill Belichick, considering kind of what he's going through right now and the scene that they had there in North Carolina Center?
Bill Belichick doesn't need any words of encouragement from me. He's been doing this a lot longer than me. He's not his first rodeo.
You've seen ugly in college football. You've seen empty stadiums, and you've seen people booing and walking out.
Yeah, I have. I've seen it, lived it. That's the unfortunate side of this, but it's what we all sign up for. We all understand that. You got to take the good and the bad with it, and just do the work every day. And I don't think there's anybody better than him. He's going to show up and do the work. I'm not here to talk about North Carolina.
With him growing up close by, how excited is Ronan for this game, and what kind of message do you give to him to kind of control the emotions in a sort of homecoming like this?
Oh, he's just super excited. Ronan's a guy that's pumped to play every week. He's pumped to practice. He's just one of them guys that loves it. He's a gym rat, as people will say. He loves practice. He loves training. He loves everything that comes with it. He loves film study. There's no part of football that Ronan doesn't love. So, and in fact, we're going to Boston. That's just kind of a unique thing for him. He'll be a captain for us in this game. So excited for him. He's got a brother at Boston. He's got a brother at West Virginia. He's here. He comes from a athletic family. His dad was a good player. I'm sure there'll be probably 100 Hannafins are somehow related up there, I'm sure. But it's awesome for him. Exciting to be able to. We haven't played. I don't know. I guess we went up there in 22, maybe 22. So we haven't been up there in a while. So a good opportunity for him.
You said last night that TJ had his best game, TJ Parker.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate a little bit what you saw on film with him?
Yeah, he's player of the game for us. He was disruptive. He's flying around. He's making some extra effort plays. Defeating blocks. Just creating pressure, reading things properly. He created TFL, just took the tight end right into the guy. He just really played really loose and just flying around having some fun out there. And it was good to see.
And that was another guy you kind of wanted to see beat Batman, if you will.
Yeah. It's not that he's played bad. I thought he played really good against LSU. But then I think he's just another guy that I think was a little bit affected by things he doesn't control. And, you can't let external things affect your performance. You just play to a standard, period, the end. And I just think he was one of those guys that wasn't playing bad, just not really playing like we know he can play. And so he was disruptive. Again, a ton of energy, and I think he just was focused on playing well and nothing else. And he played his best game, very productive.
Adam Randall up over 100 total yards. I think that's the third time in the last 4 games it's happened. Has he been everything you guys hoped he would be as a weapon out of the backfield?
Yeah. I think it's 400-plus all-purpose games in a row for him. So dynamic, that's what we thought he'd be. I'd say he's probably been maybe even better than what we hoped for as far as making a transition. I'm really proud of him. He's been good every game. He's had a couple plays here or there, but he's given us a chance every single game. And I know he's just played with a ton of passion, a ton of toughness, a ton of heart, and he's dynamic. He's making plays in all areas, receiving, returning, rushing. He's given us an opportunity to win, and really proud of him. I mean, it's nobody deserves it more.
How would you rate his pass pro, and I guess also the others at running back? Just y'all been pressured a lot. I'm just curious.
Yeah, he's been good for the most part. He's had a couple. He missed a corner cat one of the games, and he didn't have any issues in the pass game this past week. We had a miscommunication with the OL. It was on the OL, not on Adam, but he's done good. I mean, he's picked up a couple of good key blitzes along the way. Again, he missed a cat in one of the games that hurt us, but I mean, he's smart. He understands it. And then this past week was just really good to feel like you're getting in the rhythm of just playing and a good rotation. Good and easy, just getting better every single week, every day at practice. Thought Gid went in there and did some good stuff. Same with Easy. So I mean, we like our guys. We just haven't had a ton of opportunity with some of those guys early on in our season. So it was good to have a game where we could really, just let them play and let them develop. So I think you'll see those guys continue to get better. But we're not disappointed. Just young guys getting better.
Tristan Smith reported a season high in receptions and yards on Saturday. Just what do you continue to see from him, and how does he continue to carve a rollout on this offense?
Yeah, so he's had back-to-back good games for us. It's 2 good games in a row that he's shown up, made some plays. I think early on, just first couple games, just really being able to trust him, and so he's been practicing really well. So he's just earning more trust, and he is a matchup problem. He's got unbelievable length, and he's really a skilled guy at finishing on the ball. And he's you wouldn't think it, but he's a really good after the catch guy. Similar for you guys that have been around here. Similar to remember Aaron Kelly. Similar to that. Aaron was a 6'5" guy, and but Aaron, what made him unique was he could run with the ball after the catch, and this kid's similar to that. He's hard to bring down. He's kind of slinky, and so we're proud of him. A couple good games. We need him to keep coming. It'll be a big challenge this week. Again, it's a lot of man-to-man, a lot of competitive plays. So we'll have to win some matchups.
Coach, your first win